Now let's take a look at a few of the configuration principles when configuring VLANs. Notice we're starting from the privilege mode prompt. We're going to get into configuration mode. Now we're in global configuration mode, as you see. We're going to do a couple of question mark commands just so that we see some of the different options and different parameters that we have available to us with VLANs. Issue the VLAN command, you can then do a VLAN question mark there, and you see could issue the VLAN name or VLAN ID here. And so we're going to back out of here quick. I'm just going to show you something. I'm going to verify our current VLAN configuration with the show VLAN brief command. These are the VLANs that are on the switch by default. VLAN 1 is the default VLAN where all ports are currently in VLAN 1. That VLAN, of course, is active. Here are the other default VLANs that are on the switch. One for fitty. There's one for token ring. Actually, there are two for fitty and two for token ring there. These are obviously barely ever used. Let's get back into global configuration mode here, and let's create a VLAN. To create a VLAN, you simply type VLAN and the VLAN number. So VLAN 2 there. Notice that puts us in VLAN configuration mode. But let's go ahead and verify that that VLAN has been created now with the show VLAN brief command once again. Now, notice we have an additional VLAN. Comes up with a default name here, VLAN 0002. Notice there are no ports there because we haven't assigned any ports to that particular VLAN as of yet. So if we go back in and go to VLAN 2, so VLAN 2, now from here, we're going to hit a question mark there. See some of your different options that you have when you're in VLAN configuration mode. You can actually shut down that particular VLAN. You can name that VLAN here, and a few other parameters that you can use as well. What we're going to do is we're going to name the VLAN, name, and we're going to give it a name Raleigh. So let's go out and verify that. Show VLAN brief. And you'll see now, instead of the default name, you see that the VLAN's name is Raleigh. Let's assign a couple of these ports to the alternate VLANs that we've created. Here, go back into configuration mode, and we'll configure fast Ethernet 0/7. And the command here is switch port access. Let's do switch port question mark. Notice you've got a couple of options. Remember that an access link is assigned to one VLAN. Notice that the trunk link, of course, if you have a trunk link, then that means that that particular port or that link can carry multiple VLANs traffic. So we'll set this port to switch port access. Let's do a question mark here so you see that we can specify the VLAN now. Set VLAN when interface is in access mode. So switch port access, VLAN 2. Let's go out now and verify that. Show VLAN brief. And notice now that that port is in VLAN 2. So that's some of the basics of setting up and creating your VLANs and assigning your VLANs to your different ports. That's called VLAN membership, what we just did by assigning that to that particular port.